Okay, so I've not heard anybody talk about this at all. So I've taken the opportunity to go through it myself. So you might be asking yourself, Jet, what the f are you talking about? So I kept getting this TikTok ad. Like, I would get it at least 4 or 5 times a day, to the point where I was like, alright, I'll go look at it. I'll go see what this is. Worst mistake of my life. Allow me to introduce you to Fated to My Forbidden Alpha. It's like a car crash, an earthquake, a disaster happening right in front of your eyes, but you just can't look away. And that is the perfect analogy for this. That is the perfect analogy for this.
Good job.
Because I spent $40 on it.
You what?
So here I am. I'm gonna drag you all down this hell with me.
No, look at me. Does it look like it's working? No, it's not.
Before we get started, let me show you the advertisement TikTok has been hitting me with for the past week and a half.
Have a mate?
Yes, he's right here. It's Jackson Richburg.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oppenheimer, best movie of the year? Nah. Beyond the Spider-Verse? Garbage. This is an Oscar-worthy performance right here.
Are you blind? Jackson is obviously busy.
Hello? What is with this intro? So we're introduced to the protagonist, Selene. They like to remind the viewer every 5 minutes that Selene is a packless, bitch-ass orphan.
What did you just say? Did you just call your alpha Jackson? Got you. Stupid bitch!
That's enough, Tiffany.
Know your place, Selene. You're an orphan. You have no home. Nowhere to run.
So we're introduced to the main antagonist. So we got Jackson and Tiffany, and they are engaged. And also Jackson's. Let me just say right off the bat, Jackson is an absolute menace. Like, bro goes out of his way just to torment Selene, and it's the most pettiest. It's like.
If you find it so amusing, why don't you prep and work the entire party from beginning to end?
It's my 18th birthday that day. You promised me a break.
I changed my.
Goddess, please.
Please
grant me a strong, powerful wolf when I turn 18 in a few days.
I can't bear
This
this
any
anymore.
longer.
Oh, it's gonna be a long night. Now we're introduced to Alexander Kane, the alpha of the Nightwind group. And if I call him Nightwing on accident, I'm not sorry. Alex is working a case for the alpha of another group. Forgot the group's name, but the dude's name is Ethel McLovin.
What more do you need?
I hear you, Alpha Ethel. But murder is a serious accusation.
Look, those blood moon bastards attacked my pack 15 years ago.
17 more years. I can always start again. Make another kid.
Yeah, so Ethel's got beef with the Bloodhounds. I forgot their name. We're just gonna call them the Bloodhounds. So he's got beef with them because apparently they killed his kid like 15 years ago, and nobody found like any evidence to prove this. So she's pleading for them to wage war on them. And by pleading, I mean he's just straight up demanding.
Alexander, you are the only one who can help me. You have to help me.
So we're brought back to Selene after that interaction. And now I don't know what kind of fucked up, I don't know what situation's going on here. But basically, Jackson told Selene to come into his office only to find his fiance getting Tom Holland.
Good grief, he's naked!
Yeah, so let's just move on. So while Selene is awkwardly standing around waiting while they're banging, Jackson kicks Tiffany out, leading to this wild-ass interaction. And by the way, I don't know how old Jackson's supposed to be, but this is just a red flag all on its own.
No, what are you trying to say?
I keep a roof over your head, even though you're a packless orphan. So, tell me, why won't you call me Alpha?
Why don't you have a seat?
Yeah, so obviously whoever wrote this script, they just went to AO3 and just typed up like enemies to lovers fanfic and just copied and pasted that onto a script and handed it to these people. And it's so bad. And I think it's even worse because, you know, Selene is 17 right now. It's about to turn her 18th birthday, but that's just... So Nightwind's planning on coming to Jackson and Tiffany's engagement party, which ironically is the same day as Selene's birthday. So like, basically because she told Jackson to off, Crybaby Jackson is now making her work the day of her birthday. It's okay, Selene. It happens to the best of us. So after she storms out, the beta, and I forgot his name, barges in the room and interrupts the moment. And as Selene storms out, Luke informs us, the audience, that Jackson and Selene are supposed to be mates. Apparently, in this universe, getting their wolf is like getting a miraculous. And when Selene gets her wolf's gonna let her know, hey, you know, Jackson's actually your mate. And so Luke is like, well, why are you being such a dick to her? You know, if you like her, you know, maybe you should just start being nicer to her, you know? And Crybaby Jackson, still upset, basically attempts to lie to himself after his failed attempt at rizzing her up, that he just goes straight back to the dead parent thing.
You still not know that she's your mate?
Don't ever mention that again.
I'm sorry, Alpha. It just seemed like you two were...
We're nothing, okay? Selene is an orphan. The pact's made. I don't know why the moon god paired us together, but I don't care. Okay, I'm not gonna accept it.
So we're brought back to Nightwind after that, and Alexander, he's just that guy, you know?
Also, for the party, these are unmated she-wolves from the pack, handpicked by me. Look, good bloodlines, smoking hot. I'm not breaking a date. But Alpha, if the Blood Moon Pack finds out you're not mated at this age, they'll question you.
Let them. I'm Alexander Kane.
Alexander has not had any partners, apparently. Which, there is nothing wrong with that, by the way. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So, but I guess in this universe, Mr. Can't Keep His Hands to Himself, I guess, is going to bully the shit out of him. Which Alex is just like, okay. So back to Selene. So it is now her 18th birthday. And I've gotta say, this has gotta be one of the most beautiful CGI animations I have ever seen in my life.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Selene. It's me, Lila.
My wolf, Lila, you're here. You're my wolf.
Yes, Selene. It's so nice to finally meet you and to finally tell you about our mate.
We have a mate?
Yes, he's right here. It's Jackson Richford, the Alpha of Blood Moon Pack.
Lila, that's not funny.
Yeah, so obviously Selene is upset at this. And it's valid. Because she's paired with the guy who's been treating her like a slave her entire life. And and you know what's worse? Jackson was watching this entire time.
Enjoying her 18th birthday?
Did you know? For all these years you knew that I was your mate, but you still...
So what? You're a maid. A packless orphan, so what if I knew? We can never be together. I reject you, Selene.
So Jackson's trying to pull some reverse psychology here, and it just doesn't work, and he gets mad that it doesn't work, and he...
Being rejected by an alpha must be brutal. If you beg...
I accept your rejection, Jackson.
You what?
Yeah, so basically after he rejects her and she accepts the rejection, he gets surprised, and I don't know why he's surprised. She has flat out told him several times that she just hates him and that he's a... But you know, after she accepts his rejection, he gets pissed off, and basically he just kicks her out. So after he kicks her out, it's actually the same time Alexander arrives, and this is where they meet. I just love that she's just carrying a bag of garbage behind her back.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
So right off the bat, Alexander, I guess it's like a love at first sight thing. So what happens is Alexander falls in love at first sight, I guess, and he sends his buddy Drake to go find out who Selene is while he distracts the... He sends Drake after Selene to find out who she is, and while Drake's being his wingman, Alexander, he distracts the newly engaged couple. And you know what he gives them as a gift? Do you want to know what he gives them as a gift? A yacht.
What's this? Holy shit!
What?
Alpha Alexander, you're giving us a yacht? That's just...
Pocket change. Shall we?
Bro just casually handed them a yacht like it was nothing.
What the hell are you doing? Don't embarrass me.
So while Alexander goes inside to eat with Jackson and Tiffany, we see Drake catch up to Selene to find out who she is because he's trying to help his man out. He wants to be the wingman.
Where are you going with that?
Just trying to shower.
Shower. You call that a shower?
Can you please just leave me alone, okay? I'm not even supposed to talk to you.
Just want to know your name.
Please, my birthday already sucks.
Yeah, so while poor Drake is getting yelled at for simply asking what her name is, poor Alexander is just getting harassed by Jackson for not having a mate with him. And it even comes to a point where Jackson just straight up tries to sell one of the other girls at the dinner.
Alpha Alexander, I noticed you came here alone. Is your maid? Doesn't matter. We have the hottest she-wolves here. One of them could be your mates.
I have a maid.
Sure. How about Beth? Come here, Beth. She's the daughter of my father's beta. Good family. Strong wolf. And that bod.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him.
It is not his fault.
I just want to shoot him. I
Accident.
just want to talk.
So I found the application to this thing and how much they got paid. Let's just start off with Alexander. Alexander Kane, lead, male, 25-30. Must be fit. The actor will be shirtless in certain scenes. Alpha of the Nightwind estate. Alexander is a more mature and sophisticated leader. He's sensitive, cares for others' feelings, although he is a fierce warrior. Alexander rather had peace between families than have war. He falls in love with Selene and her life is at risk. He will risk everything for her. Note, there will be plenty of intimate kissing. $3,500?
You know what, Robert? Fuck you and everybody who live in your house.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do a time jump because I don't think anybody cares to see Alexander's interview with Selene because it just goes nowhere, and also because they just he gets all like tough. He doesn't actually fight. He just, you know. So I'm gonna time skip. Oh no. It's gonna be Jackson at the door, isn't it?
Alpha? It's me, Selene.
What'd you just call me?
Jackson? What the fuck? What do you think you're doing with my fiance?
Bernie? So Alexander takes Selene and they just leave, which leads us to this advertisement by Colonel Sanders himself.
So, thought you might be hungry.
I'm starved. Is there food?
If that means you'll pay attention to me, then yes.
I'm sorry, it's just all of this feels like I'm in a fairy tale.
Well, wait till you see the food. I asked Drake to get the best.
Fried chicken?
Excuse me, what the actual
They really had a KFC sponsor midway through this, and that felt so surreal. I actually can't believe they did that. This isn't a joke. They actually pulled up a... They called it delectable food, and they pulled up a bucket of KFC fried chicken. I ain't ever seen anybody get this hyped for some... I have never seen anybody get this hyped for a bucket of chicken.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars.
So, moving on, timing-wise, we're still on day one. I feel like I'm going insane, but the pacing of their relationship makes no sense. Like, they just met, and they're acting like they're soulmates, and it's really throwing me off.
Morning, Alexander. You hungry?
Starved. But not for food.
So we're introduced to Alexander's sister and Drake's girlfriend, or mate, whatever they call them. But here's just one thing that really stuck out to me. She asked what her brother is like in bed.
I know that we just met and all, but I kind of feel like you're already a sister, so I feel like I can ask. How's Alexander? I know, bold question, but...
That's not just a bold question, Sarah. I don't even know if that's her name. They never outright said her name, so we're just gonna call her Sarah. No, I was on her side up until this point, because I was like, oh, she seems logical, she seems normal. No, most reasonable people don't ask that. That's just not normal. Oh yeah, so spoiler alert, Selene Selene is actually not an orphan. She's been gaslit this whole time. You want to know who her parents are? You want to take a guess at who her parents are?
So you didn't find her?
I'm sorry, Alpha Ethel. I found a Selene, but not yours. Things got complicated. She's my mate.
How would you know she is not our Selene?
She's an orphan, packless.
Yeah, and who told you that? Huh?
I mean, he's got a point. They never killed his daughter. I kept it hidden throughout most of this video because in the actual thing, they tell you right from the start. They didn't change her name. They pulled some Who's Morales bullshit. So at the same time this is going on, Selene goes shopping with Alex's sister. And while they're shopping, Jackson blows up her phone. And he uses her parents as blackmail.
These are kind of interesting. Hey, sorry, I gotta go make a call really quick. You better explain yourself.
I missed that attitude.
Explain yourself.
Well, my parents found you wandering around some Pax territory, right at the border. They asked you where your parents were, but you wouldn't tell them.
So they kidnapped me.
Point is, they didn't see your parents die. They could be alive, you know.
Which pack was it?
I'll tell you in person.
Yeah, so, rather than just blocking his number and, talking to Alexander instead, this dumb decided to go see Jackson alone. And I really don't know why. I mean, she didn't even get out of there. The only reason she got out was because of Alexander. And she's just gonna go right back just for them to say the same things we've already learned about 2 minutes beforehand. So basically, they're just repeating information. They repeat this information over and over and over and over and over.
What kind of place is this?
My parents snatched you up from the Red Dog pack when we attacked. Your souvenir.
I had a pack? And this whole time you knew? And you still let me grow up packless?
Well, a souvenir usually doesn't have a home to return to, does it?
Yeah, so, Luke interrupts again, but this time, it's because the other wolf packs, apparently they're all ganging up and are about to jump the blood wolves. Selene is left alone, and Tiffany walks into the room.
It isn't Cinderella herself.
Leave me alone, Tiffany.
Relax. I come in peace. And with drinks.
Selene, you dumb. I swear to God, she obviously poisoned them.
Sit. Can't believe we're both Lunas now. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
Oh, no, Selene, just leave, just leave.
I just want to congratulate you. Is that so hard to believe? What do you think, I'm gonna poison you?
Yes, that's exactly what I think, you insecure.
You know, I always wondered why guys want you so much. But I think I have my answer.
What did you do to me?
The truth is, it won't matter why they want you if you simply stop existing.
Tiffany, you crazy bitch, what did you do?
Crazy? I was crazy once. Yeah, so, Alexander, he somehow, like, some kind of spider, he senses this, like, some kind of spider sense. I still don't understand how.
Oh, also.
Alpha! Alpha!
Beta. Selene.
So Alexander shows up. He just teleports across the map. Bro, no clipped across the map just to find her and them. And you won't believe the shape he's in right now.
Fetch me their soul!
Alpha Jackson!
Yes. So after he goes feral, it just throws everybody around like the Hulk. Alexander rushes Selene to what I assume is a hospital for werewolves because the poison she was given was called some kind of wolfsbane or something. I don't know, but he takes her to the hospital and they basically just go to war while she's in a coma. And
so, Alexander went apeshit on Blood Moon and led the entire Nightwind army to attack the day you were admitted.
And?
And we won. Blood Moon scattered like rats. Total joke.
So what happens now?
Well, they have to have a meeting, all the alphas, because Alexander did break the peace treaty, but he had reason. So, long story short, Blood Moon is done. Alpha Jackson's in really bad shape. They don't think he's gonna make it. Thought you should know he's here.
Here?
Yeah, I don't know why Selene had a sudden change of heart when it comes to, Jackson, but, yeah. Yeah, Selene goes to his hospital room. He's supposed to be on his deathbed, but he looks like all he did was get a concussion.
What happened to you?
Selene. You're alive.
Guilt!
We're near the end, and he has been an absolute up until this point. Like, the fact that it took him on his deathbed for him to realize, maybe I shouldn't have been such a...
Fractured ribs, fractured wrists, internal bleeding. Most of my organs are failing.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This whole sob story of his organs failing and fractured ribs, glass bones and paper skin, this trick worked on Selene, and she, for some reason, kisses him. Like, she leans in and kisses the guy she's been disgusted with this whole movie.
Can I have a hug? Then it's goodbye.
Am I interrupting?
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half.
Alexander, it's not what it looks like. Alexander? Alexander?
waged war with him for you.
Yeah, you kind of have to feel bad for the guy, but at the same time, you know, I can't really tell if he was pushing her head to kiss him, or if she was willing. I honestly cannot tell, but either way, you've got to feel bad for the guy, because he's right. I mean, he did just beat that guy to a pulp, and then wage war on them. And then, right after that, she brings up his own, right after, like, as, like, a way to defend her actions, and it's really, up. Oh, I guess I never really brought it up either, because I didn't really, this character was only brought on, like, 2 times to tell the viewer that she, Alexander, when he was drunk. So, like, I just didn't give her that character much attention.
Are you serious? Is there nothing that you want to tell me?
What are you talking about?
Caitlin told me about you two.
Wait, Caitlin? What does that even mean?
I know that you two spent a night together long before we met.
We didn't have sex, Selene. I was passed out drunk.
How am I supposed to know that? Okay, it's your word against hers.
You'd rather trust hers? Over mine?
Isn't that what you're doing to me right now? You didn't even give me a chance to explain.
Alright. I'll trust you. If you trust me too. Truce?
So out of nowhere, Selene gets the ability to start reading minds. As this thing wasn't weirder enough, when she starts reading Alexander's mind, his thoughts are straight. They just seem like they're straight from like a character AI chat.
I want to strip Selene naked.
Selene, we're gonna make sure that they pay for what they did to you. That and so much more. We won't stop until...
I want to fuck her right here, right now.
Her parents, they kind of just gloss over it, like, oh, she can read minds. Yeah, she's a gifted alpha. Like, what? Oh.
What's going on?
Honey, I think Selene's a gifted alpha. I think she can read minds.
So yeah, basically, Tiffany and Jackson, they got sent to a trial, and they basically got kicked out of their little fan club or whatever. Selene and Alexander get married, and they live happily ever after. So yeah, this is a basic summary of this thing that I've spent about almost an hour and a half watching, and then another almost 24 hours rewatching in the editing process, that I could have spent watching another Christopher Nolan movie. If you sat through and watched the whole 40 minutes, I believe you're entitled to compensation.